back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to draft and sew a perfect turtleneck. So first we are starting with our shoulder slope, 1 inch on our shoulder slope, and then our neck width is 3 inches. Our neck depth I'm working with 2.5 inch, and I'm just going to be marking that and also marking that in the middle so that I know that it's an equal mark round the neck. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use my French curve and then outline the neckline. Now, I didn't show you the back neckline. The back neckline, I used a width of 3 inches and a depth of 1 inch. So that's what I used for the back neckline. So take note of that. Now, I'm just going to use my ruler and then draw out the shoulder slope, okay? So moving on, I already cut on my fabric and then I've joined my front and back piece together. Now, I'm going to measure the length of my neckline, right, of my neck. So I'm going to measure the length of my neck, and here I have about 21 inches, right? So now we are going to divide that 21 inches by 2, and we have about 10.5. So on our paper right here, before we place on our paper, I'm just going to use my tape to measure 21.5, and then we'll get half of 21.5, and I'm just going to place it on my paper, and we're just going to mark that. We have 10.25. And now we are going to be marking half of 10.25. So I'm just using my tape to make it easy for me, right? So you can also do that. It's quite easy than using a calculator. So I'm just going to be placing that mark on my paper also. So that is the quarter of our neckline, right? Now on our paper, the center, I'm going to be going up by 1 inch, and then we'll be connecting that 1 inch mark to the center dot that we had earlier. So your neckline divided by 4, that's the center dot, right? So I'll be connecting the 1 inch to that dot. Moving on, I'm just at the end of our dot there where we mark 10.25. I'm just going to be ruling a line, and then we'll be marking 2 inches on that line. Now we are going to take our curved ruler and connect the 2 inches to our center point. So moving on now, I'm going to be marking 1.2. So we are marking 1.2 on our tape, right? So I'm just going to be marking that round to the end of our neckline. And now I'm going to use my curved ruler and connect those dots together. So you can decide to go higher depending on how high you want your neckline to, your turtleneck to be. You can make it 1 inch, you can make it 1.5. So whichever length you want, height you want for your neckline is good for you. Now that we have cut out our turtleneck line on paper, I'm just going to be marking the center point, and then we'll go ahead and place on our fabric. So this is me placing on my fabric, and I've gone ahead to use chalk to mark 1/2 inch at the lower part, at the bottom and the top. Okay, so we have 1/2 inch at the bottom and the top, don't forget that, very important. So we don't have any allowance by the side because the allowance on our neckline on the top has allowance for zip, so that zipper allowance is what we are going to be making use of. But if you are not working with zip and you are working with corsets that has turtleneck or something, you are going to give it like 1 inch sewing allowance so that you can add your buttons and whatever hook or clip you are going to be making use of. Do you understand? So this is what our turtleneck on fabric is looking like. Now we are going to go ahead and join the neckline. I'll show you how to do it in a bit. So remember, you're cutting 2 pieces, you're not cutting out 1 piece. Okay, so these are the 2 pieces of turtle neckline that we already cut out on fabric, and now we are going to go ahead and sew 1/2 inch on that line where you see my hand going across. We're going to be sewing 1/2 inch across that line, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. So right here we have joined the both fabric piece of turtleneck line, and then I went ahead to notch also so that your seams can relax, and also press them with iron. But for crepe, I recommend using steam instead of iron so you don't burn your fabric. So now we are going to go ahead and notch. Okay, now you are going to fold your turtleneck piece on unfold, and then you are going to notch, and you are going to do the same thing on your dress or top or whatever you are adding your turtleneck piece. So okay, I'm just going to fold it into 2, and then I'm going to notch. And here we go, looking nice and neat. And now we are going to be placing those notches together, right sides facing each other. Okay, and then now you would place just 1 piece of your turtleneck line piece. I don't know what to call it, but you know what I mean. Just one part of it. You're not sewing both of them together to your top or your dress. Okay, just 1 piece of it, and you sew 1/2 inch round. Now this is what I'm talking about. Right here I already sewed, I've joined my turtleneck to my fabric, to my dress, my top with 1/2 inch, and now we are going to be folding it in. Okay, now we're going to be folding it in. You can see now you fold it. I will advise you first iron before you sew so that your seam comes out really neat and relaxed. Okay, so right here we've gone ahead to do the folding, and we had an excess of fabric. That's because I'm making use of crepe, and crepe can be really stretchy in some parts and stiff in some parts, so that is why we have excess fabric. But if you are working with strong fabric like Mikado cotton, you might not really have any stretch like that. So this is what we have here, looking neat and nice. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys what the seams are looking like. Like now at the front the seams are hidden, so at the front I sort of, I don't know, I made the seams so close to the neckline joining that the seam got so hidden. So you can try and do that. That would be really nice for you too. That's also a plus to make your seams really neat and easy. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and join my skirt to the top, and then add my zip, and then I'll come back and show you
what the actual turtleneck line is looking like after adding my zip. So this is our finished look, looking all nice, neat, proper and beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do make sure to click on the subscribe button, okay? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.